Young Defiant, aka the king of gaming, the king of YouTube, the realest gamer on the internet, the 100% fact spitter, the higher level thinker, the leader of the real gamer movement, the king of anime, the king of manga, and the one who's better than you in every way, has once again returned to deliver the greatness, has once again returned to deliver the facts, even though you losers on this channel simply do not deserve it. Shout out to all the members of the real gamer movement, shout out to everyone that believes in this high quality, amazing content that I provide, and chooses to financially support me by following me on twitch.tv/theancientpizza, subscribing or donating over there, or becoming members of the YouTube channel, leaving a super chat or super thanks, whatever way you choose to financially support. Shout out to y'all for financially supporting. Now the rest, I said the rest. Can you hear me? I said the rest of you freeloading losers that never financially support me in any way, well, you simply do not matter to me in the slightest. You don't donate, you don't matter. It's that simple. So I think it's obvious that most female characters in anime are completely terribly written and downright useless. I think everyone knows that. I mean, everyone who isn't an idiot knows that anyway. But it's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle if we get a good female character in anime. So I figured, you know what? Let's do another one of my critically acclaimed, incredible top lists. This time focusing on the most useless, the worst female characters in anime. The ones that will have you scratching your head like, what was the author thinking with this garbage character? How did this character get greenlit? And how did this character ultimately become published? This is ridiculous. As always, my lists are 100% objective, and if you disagree, that just means you're a moron. Alright, so we're going to kick this list off with Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail, the queen of ass pulls and plot armor. This Mary Sue is an absolute garbage character in every sense of the word. A wannabe Zoro from One Piece, who is a wannabe Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Now, Urza has absolutely no depth to her whatsoever. She is terribly written. Her personality is that of a rock. Her abilities make no sense whatsoever, and she wins all her fights due to plot armor, the power of friendship, and her many ass pulls. She is not a character anyone with great taste such as myself, on higher levels of thinking such as myself, could ever be a fan of and take seriously. Instead, she is a bottom of the barrel, boring character who is only praised by weirdos and losers who have no idea what a good female character actually is, or a good female character should be. Urza in Fairy Tail as a whole is an absolute abomination and unforgivable act of evil that should never be forgotten nor forgiven. Her character design is awful. Everything about her screams, I did not know what the hell I was doing. But here you go anyway. Next up, we have Mikasa from Attack on Titan, aka Aaron's puppet. This obsessive weirdo couldn't do anything in Attack on Titan without it involving Aaron. I mean, come on, young, come on. Mikasa was like so badass. She was killing Titan, and when they needed somebody strong, they sent Mikasa in because she take care of the Titans, and the Titans, like, shut your ass up. She couldn't do anything without Aaron. She needed a man. I thought it was, oh, girl, I don't need no man. I could do bad all by myself. Well, this character proves otherwise. Because without Aaron, she was nothing. This was her dialogue. This is what her dialogue consisted of. Every line throughout that goddamn anime. Eden. But Eden. Shut your ass up. Damn. Do something without Aaron for once, you terrible character. Absolute garbage. Next up, we have Yor from Spy Family, that terrible series. A wannabe assassin that is too gullible and stupid to actually be a good assassin, but it just works. Hey, why? Because of the plot. Ridiculous. Because of plot. This character is just god awful. Everything from her design to her personality is trashed here. All these losers online pretending like she is so badass and cool. All these terrible cosplays of her I'm seeing left and right. Women dressing up as her, proving once again cosplay is garbage and only weirdos do it. I am so sick of these women who don't, basically really like anime like that, right? They contribute nothing to anime, but they hide behind anime. They hide behind it by dressing up as these anime characters to reel in the pathetic version weaves and get them to throw money their way. You're not a real anime fan. You're not! And I'm sick of you trying to do all this cosplaying. You cosplaying frauds. You're not really about that life. You didn't put the work in like me. You weren't on the front lines fighting like me for anime, and you want to cosplay as this character and pretend like you're so down with the cause. Everybody likes anime now. I see through all of you cosplayers, and I'm coming for you. I'll leave it at that. She is a terrible character, but yet people act like she's top tier. And ask them from a writing standpoint, hey, why do you really like this character? And you can't use wholesome, you can't use cute. Why do you like this character from a writing standpoint? You stuttering bastard. You have no idea why you like her, do you? Because the only reason you like her is because everyone else does. Terrible character. Next up, we have C2 from Code Geass. You old doing absolutely nothing but sitting around eating slices of pizza, useless ass wench. I can't believe they wrote a character like this into the story. She did nothing but put a damn slice of pizza in her mouth over and over again. Order takeout, order Domino's, Pizza Hut. Pizzas. That's all she did. Put her in a damn Domino's commercial then or something. Why is she in anime, bro? Not once did she contribute anything, help the main character in any way. She sat around eating pizza all day and I was disgusted. You know what? As bad as a character as Colin was, at least Colin was putting in more work than C2 ever did. And she sucks too. That's crazy. Code Geass as a whole is horrible, and trash characters like C2 prove why it is. Terrible character. Nezuko from Demon Slayer, man, if you feel useless, if you ever feel useless, just remember there's Nezuko. Like, nobody could be as useless as Nezuko. And I feel almost bad for her voice actress. Imagine being Nezuko's voice actress, and really the only thing that you do all day when you're in the studio is growl and grunt all day. Oh, we need you in there, Nezuko's voice actress. Okay. That's literally her sound effects. She doesn't say anything. Imagine being a voice actor for a character like that. That could never be me. But this is ridiculous. If she can make it and all she has to do is grunt and groan for this character, it gives hope for anybody. Any of us can make it if Nezuko got a goddamn voice actress. It's ridiculous, man. This sleepy loser spends all of her time in a damn backpack asleep and then occasionally jumps out to grunt and growl. Jumps out to fight and then gets immediately cooked and has to retreat. She has no feats. There was no fight whatsoever where she dominated. There's not one time she helped Tanjiro out. Tanjiro had to do everything by himself, which he's a terrible character as well, but that's neither here nor there. Garbage character. The only reason people like Nezuko, why? Is because she's cute. Why? Because her grunts and groans are just so cute, where she just has the little thing in her mouth and she looks up with those googly eyes. She's like a baby. That's the reason why people like her. Realistically, there is nothing cute about her. She's horribly designed. She has a big forehead just like her brother. It's ridiculous. Imagine liking a character purely off of cuteness and not personality or anything they've actually done. Man, are Demon Slayer fans stupid. Next up, we have Hinata from Naruto. Hinata is essentially the Monica Lewinsky of the anime world. Her only claim to fame being having sex with someone in power. Before she got with Naruto, absolutely nobody knew who she was. Hinata, who the hell is that? Like, nobody knew who she was. She was nothing but an irrelevant Naruto fangirl. Just fangirling over Naruto left and right while he ignored her and chased after Sakura. Just like Bill Clinton. He decided to give her a chance out of nowhere, and I don't know if it was because of desperation or what, but when they got together, all of a sudden, boom, now Hinata is on the map. Now everyone knows who Hinata is, and it's just pathetic. What did Hinata do throughout the entirety of Naruto besides get with Naruto? Oh yeah, nothing. Terrible character. Up next, we have Toka from Tokyo Ghoul. Who? Yeah, I don't blame you, because this character is so irrelevant, but for some reason still has people out there that claim Toka is so beautiful. Toka is so cool. Toka got forgotten about in her own story, and she started off as one of the main characters. Toka who? Toka what? Toka who? Nobody knew who she was after a certain point. Tokyo Ghoul is a Parasite ripoff, and Toka is a Tamura Reiko ripoff from Parasite. She did absolutely nothing throughout the entirety of Tokyo Ghoul. Her main feat, her claim to fame was getting pregnant and having Kaneki's child. Imagine being her. Next up, we have Nami from One Piece. Nami is just a wannabe Bulma from Dragon Ball, just like One Piece as a whole is a wannabe Dragon Ball. They try to make Nami seem so important by giving her the title of Navigator, but what has she actually done? Nothing. When has she actually ever done anything worthwhile? Never. She always needs to be saved, always the damsel in distress. The only thing she seems to have navigated towards was a doctor to get her tits bigger after the time skip. Listen, Oda, breasts don't equal character development, you clown. She can't fight, can't do anything. Bulma would never, could never be this useless. Up next, we have 02 from that terrible anime Darling in the Franxx. 02 is a wannabe Asuka from Evangelion with nowhere near the depth. She's Asuka if Asuka could only say darling 24/7 and was obsessed with Shinji just for the hell of it. This is a copy and paste job at its finest, Asuka, but done horrendously wrong. She gets no character development. She is so bland and boring. She's about as deep as a damn puddle and is only liked because of her character design, which isn't even good. You see a lot of people love to cosplay as this character. She's a terrible character, and anybody caught cosplaying as her also is a terrible person. I just can't take you seriously. Like, imagine liking a character once again purely off of looks. Modern anime fans continue to embarrass themselves on the regular. Up next, we have Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. Faye Valentine is a character people love to pretend is so cool when she's not even close. When you ask people why they like this character, they bring up a whole bunch of nonsense that has nothing to do with anything. So why do you like Faye Valentine? Why is she your favorite? Well, I mean, come on, man. I mean, like, she's just so cool. I mean, Cowboy Bebop is just a classic. It's so influential. What the hell does that have to do with anything? They never tell you why they actually like the character. The only reason people like this character is because of her fan service. The only reason people even care about this character is because of her fan service. And that's it. She hasn't done anything in this series to deserve praise or deserve hype. Oh, she has a gun. Yeah, but how many bodies has she caught? She was missing left and right when she was shooting people with the gun. She had no aim and had to be saved by Spike over and over again. Trash character. Damsel in distress again, left and right throughout the anime being saved. Not once did she ever return the favor and save him, do anything worthwhile. Terrible character. Oh, but she's a classic character. Give a damn about none of that. Up next, we have Kaguya from Kaguya-sama Love is War, one of the worst anime to ever exist. And Kaguya is one of the worst characters I've ever seen. She has no personality. Nothing about her is interesting. At least that garbage character Chika like dances or something, so at least she does something. But Kaguya does nothing. She's a wannabe L from Death Note to where they make her super smart, which as a whole, Kaguya-sama is a wannabe Death Note anyway, except instead of like murders and stuff like that, they're trying to like kind of outsmart each other. It's a wannabe Death Note that fails in every single way, which Death Note, to be worse than Death Note is saying something, because Death Note is trash. But she's a wannabe L from Death Note, and the other guy is Kira. They're just fighting against each other, trying to outsmart each other. It's corny. It doesn't work. Kaguya does nothing interesting throughout the whole series. She's boring. She's bland. She has no redeeming qualities. There's nothing special about her. She just sits there and pretends to be smart when there's nothing smart about her. Up next is Raphtelia. I think that's how you say this corny character's name from that Shield Hero anime. This half squirrel, half rabbit, whatever the hell she is an abomination to anime. She was clearly only created to appeal to the furries, and it worked because I've seen so many losers like, oh my gosh, man, she's my waifu. She's so cool. Protect her at all costs. She's nothing but love, just bundles of love. And I'm just like, first of all, who talks like that? But the main character, he doesn't even care about her. He ignores her all the time. Like, she'll come up to him, not for me, not for me. He doesn't even pay attention to her. He doesn't even want her around. But she can't take a hint. She can't take a hint and realize, hey, they don't want me here. Let me go back to my forest or something. She can't take a hint. She's the main character's pet, literally, because, again, she's some type of rabbit or something, and you can own rabbits as pets. She follows him around everywhere. Bunny hops following him, just is in love with him, I'm pretty sure. Like, she's just a terrible character. She does nothing. She can't fight. She relies on the main character all the time. She has not put in an inch of work throughout the whole anime. Terrible, terrible character. Up next is Makasekurasu from that terrible anime Steins Gate. This character practically defied the limits of how useless a character could be. All she did was die over and over again throughout the whole anime. Main character kept having to try to find a way to save her. She did nothing to help, nothing to contribute. She was a living, breathing liability. I mean, I couldn't believe how useless she actually was. Not once did she try to better herself. Not once did she try to change her ways and say, you know what, I'm going to stop dying over and over again. I know it's putting stress on you. I know you're tired of it. I'm going to stop dying. I'm sorry for what I was doing. No, she kept doing it knowing that the main character would save her. I can't respect a character like this. Terribly written. Next up, we have Ryuko from Kill la Kill. Terrible anime. Oh man, have I always hated Ryuko. I mean, Satsuki, even though the series is trash, Satsuki is way better than Ryuko could ever hope to be, hands down. Ryuko is annoying. She's a wannabe badass that gets carried by her uniform and could never pull off anything special without it. Satsuki could. She couldn't. She did absolutely nothing but get beat left and right and had no character development whatsoever. Watching her lose was the best thing that ever happened to me. Watching her get beat was the best thing that ever happened to me. She was the epitome of torture. Just watching her on screen, I was like, get this trash character off the screen. Where's Sasuke at? Every time she came, she stole the show. Ryuko was a terrible character, and it should have been about Sasuke from the beginning. Up next, we have Noelle. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but who cares? She's trash. From Black Clover. Black Clover is a Naruto ripoff, and Noelle is a Sakura ripoff that ends up being even more useless than Sakura herself, which is really saying something. Like, how in the hell do you end up more useless than Sakura? Like, Sakura is the bottom of the barrel useless character, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. What the author was thinking when he made this character is just beyond me. It's just ridiculous, and it goes to show some people should not be allowed to make series. She does nothing but rely on stronger characters to win. She hasn't done one thing throughout the entire anime that has made you think, okay, maybe she's learning. Maybe the development is setting in. Okay, she's learning how to defend herself. Nothing. She's a terrible character. She does nothing. Nothing in the character. That should be her. Next up, we have that character from Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't even know what her name is because she's so irrelevant, I didn't bother to learn it. But I know what she looks like, so I'm going to have a picture in there. She's a terrible character. She's nothing but a power ripoff from Chainsaw Man that fails in every single goddamn way. Her design sucks, her abilities are trash, and she gets smacked around by every single villain when she actually does fight because she usually just sits there and doesn't do anything. It's ridiculous. How characters like this keep getting made is beyond me. She does nothing to benefit the team and always ends up having to be saved left and right. This is not how you do female characters, man. Have her actually put the work in and do something, but you can't because you're not a competent writer. Asana from Sword Art Online, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. If you like Sword Art Online, you're an idiot. There's no sugarcoating it. Sword Art Online is god awful, and Asuna is the worst of the worst when it comes to characters. She is absolutely useless, needs Kirito to do anything, just like Mikasa. She has done absolutely nothing herself, nothing throughout the entire series. Like, how do you get multiple seasons, right? Multiple chances to prove yourself, movies, video games, everything, and still fail? Like, Kirito is a trash character, but even he does more than Asuna. Asuna does nothing. Kirito kissed Asuna after she was in a coma for all that time, and do you know how stank that breath was? Bro, that was hot as hell. He did that for you. The least you could do is help him out once in a while. You do nothing but rely on him, though. If it's not the Kirito show, nobody does anything. Terrible characters. Next up is Yuruichi from Bleach. Yuruichi is a character people only like because of how she looks, but not because of anything she's actually done, because she's literally irrelevant. If we're being honest, her looks are nothing special. She hides as a cat all day because she's a coward, and when she finally does decide to fight, she gets clapped almost instantly. There wasn't a single fight she was in where she dominated, and it wasn't a single moment she received character development and did anything cool, but rely on Urahara, Ichigo, and even Soi Fan. That's all she did was rely on other characters throughout the whole entire series. She is useless. She's a useless feline, and she's a wannabe Catwoman from Batman, and an overall failure. Next up, we have General Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's hilarious how the series tries to make this character so badass and fails instantly. There is no way this character has anything badass or cool about him. I mean, this character, she does nothing but be saved left and right multiple times throughout the series. Her brother puts in way more work than she ever does. All she did was stand around looking clueless left and right and have other people do her job for her, get their hands dirty, but she didn't do a damn thing. She was incapable of doing things herself. Had to use everybody else. This is a horrible character, and we're supposed to take her seriously as a leader. She would never be a leader in the real. She didn't have what it takes. She didn't have what it takes at all. She used people. She abandoned people. She didn't care what happened to them. If she was forced to fight on the front line, she would have been clapped almost instantly. This is not a good character. This is not a cool character. This is a trash character. Next up, we got the main character from that gambling anime, Kakadoodoo or Kakaguru, whatever it's called. I don't know her name, just like I don't know how to pronounce the anime. They're both trash and I don't care. But one thing I do know is that this is a terrible character. This anime is a wannabe Kaji, and so is the main character. She's a wannabe Kaji as well. Or I don't know if that's his actual name because I haven't watched the anime, but just the main character from that series. That's who she's basically ripped off of. Horrible character. The main character in this series is just people, again, only like her because she's adorable, but she also has that edgy side, and it's done so bad, like so unrealistic. They try so hard to make her interesting and they fail. They try to, oh, she's an expert at gambling, she knows what she's doing, look at her, she's so smart, she's tricking you because you wouldn't think she knew what she was doing, but she does know. It's unrealistic and there's nothing good about her. She's just another edgy character that people only like because she's edgy. That's it. Alright, so there you have. These are the top 20 worst female characters in anime. I mean, I could have made this a top 30, like 40, 50, kept going all the way to like 1,000 with how many useless characters there are in anime. As always, like I said in the beginning, my lists are 100% objective, so if you have the nerves to be in your feelings or disagree with this list, hey, you're just disagreeing with facts and you just make yourself look like a moron at the end of the day. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all want to continue to like bad characters like this? That's on you. I'll continue to like good characters. That's on me.